All right, here's what we have. Okay, above average temperatures. Yes, heat indices still up there in the 110, closing in on the 115-degree range. But cooler with rain chances. We're going to get right into that in a moment. 102 today, so 2 degrees shy of a record. Still above average like most of the summer. Good thing, a little bit breezy, especially along the coast. We'll take a little movement in our air. And here's what we have. Heat advisories, some excessive heat warnings in the purple, in the darker red color. But again, temperatures pushing 105 to 110 and even climbing. Most of the hotter temperatures out of the 110 range are above that, a little bit out of the viewing area away from the water. Another hot one here in the Crossroads. So on the coast in the 80s, hey, there's some drier areas out there and some of these numbers on the lower side. But really, ambient temperatures are up overall. Heat indices not as oppressive, but still we're shooting or hitting right around 110 in some spots. Here we are. Okay, 108 up there in Gonzales, the same in Hallettsville. Victoria at 105, and on the coast in that 105 range. So yes, another very, very hot one here in the Crossroads, the day that is. Looking ahead, is this a sign of things to come? I was talking about clouds and rain to cool us down. Is this corresponding with what potentially might be happening? Are heat indices going down? Let's take a look at what's going on. High pressure, kicking some butt right now, getting all the storm activity and any storm pushing our way, kind of deteriorating it or redirecting it. And high pressure is the star really doing its thing. But what's going to happen? The high is going to start heading out of the way. That's going to open up the door for that moisture with some potential storms out there in the tropics. What happens? Yeah, that moisture comes our way. The high's no longer blocking it. We're finally going to start to see some showers here in the Crossroads. And I'm getting better than a 50, 60, maybe a 70% chance by Tuesday and into Wednesday. Here's our future tracker. Nothing yet. But then by about Tuesday-ish, we'll start to see some of this activity moving into the Crossroads. Yeah, there's some heavy stuff there, and we need some heavy stuff because we have been as dry as can be. Rain forecast. So 89, our water out of the 90s, cooling down just a little bit. Bays will be smooth, seas at times under or less than 2 feet. Here's what we got here. We got the whole tropics covered up. Here's what we got. We had 5 disturbances. Now we also have a depression starting out there. Here's where it's headed. We'll keep an eye there. This storm over here in the Cuba, Bahamas area, that might move into the Gulf. So we have a lot of activity on there. Now we got some way out there. Could see some further development, but we'll keep an eye on the closest storms at the moment that could potentially impact us here in the Crossroads. And then we saw some activity a little bit ago on some of these packages. What are we talking about? We are talking about what's going down over there in the Pacific, or going up for that matter. We have Hillary, who was a powerful 4, now a 3, is going to start to weaken, but eventually going to move into the continental United States, thus via California, and could bring potentially some bad flooding. So we're going to keep an eye on what's going out there on the other side of the world. Not the other side of the world, other side of the coast. All right, here's what we got. 80s this evening, overnight dropping down to 77 under partly cloudy skies. Then tomorrow, 102. Heat indices pushing 111 degrees. You saw what I just showed you on some of those future casts. Here's what we got. We have some rain chances and clouds. Look at it. Cool. Look at this. Mid-90s. We haven't seen that. It's going to knock us down to where we're supposed to be. Heat indices still pushing 105, 107. But the clouds, rain, and those storms, yes, might finally bring us some relief here, much needed relief to the Crossroads.